Hey everybody, welcome to Diabetic Diaries. For those of you who don't know, my name is Chrissy. Today we are going to talk about um, high blood sugar um, and the symptoms of high blood sugar, as well as what causes high blood sugar. Um, a lot of these are first symptoms for people who um, have not yet been diagnosed, who are wondering maybe about having diabetes type 1 or type 2. The symptoms are pretty much the same. But this is mostly for people who are diagnosed and they feel as if their blood sugar is high, and what their symptoms may be. High blood sugar is also known as hypoglycemia. Um, okay, so I guess we'll start with the symptoms and I'll explain each of them. Increased thirst. Um, when my blood sugar is high, I myself um, feel the need to drink at least a half a gallon of liquids half hour to every hour. It is very noticeable when my blood sugar is high because I get extremely thirsty, which also leads to increased urination. So I'm back and forth about every 20 minutes or so, back and forth to the bathroom, um, urinating everything that I have drunk in the last hour or so. Um, Weight loss, when I was not so much really now, but when I was a child, when I was diagnosed, before I was diagnosed, I lost a significant amount of weight, 50, 20 pounds in a few months. When your blood sugar, even when you are diagnosed with type 1 diabetes and you have uncontrolled diabetes and don't take care of yourself, or you're having trouble with your blood sugars, as far as them being high, you can lose a lot of weight because you go into this state called ketoacidosis, and that causes your body to start eating your own fat and whatnot in your body, which will make you lose weight. Fatigue is a big one for high blood sugar. I know when my blood sugar is high, usually between 300 to 400 is when I start getting very fatigued. I get to the point where I can't stay awake. I start feeling sick to my stomach, and all I want to do is sleep. Um, that is also a kind of detrimental thing for high blood sugar and diabetes, because when your blood sugar is high, you want to keep checking your blood sugar about every hour or so and giving yourself a correction dose of insulin, which is what your blood sugar is. Um, like, your doctor will give you a sliding scale right now. If your blood sugar is under 200 or 200 or above 200, you give yourself so much insulin, what have you. Um, or most people nowadays are on the pump, um, and that will do that for you and let you know for you, depending on the type of pump you have. Increased hunger, I really don't get that with high blood sugar. That's normally a low blood sugar symptom for me, so I really can't explain what that's like. The blurry vision, it does when you have high blood sugar. Even when your blood sugar is only high for the moment, it does get, at least for me, it does get pretty blurry, and I have trouble seeing, especially far away. Dizziness, that's a big one. Just get really weak and you just want to pass out on the floor. Dry skin, that's another big one for me. My skin starts to itch really bad. Um, and sometimes it gets to the point where I'm actually, you know, really scraping myself and scraping the blood up to the surface of my skin, which is not good. Um, and then rapid breathing. That's like um, breathing hard and breathing fast. Um, that kind of breathing, um, without intentionally trying to do that, or even without even realizing you're doing that. Fast heart rate. My heart rate is normally pretty fast either way, so it's kind of another one that's hard for me to explain. Um, but a normal heart rate is about 90. And then the fruity smelling breath. It almost smells like a person with high blood sugar normally, if they're in ketoacidosis, which is normally between 400 or 500, sometimes higher. And they'll go into ketoacidosis, and it'll smell like they were just drinking wine, like a bunch of wine, and they were intoxicated. Is almost what it smells like. Actually, a lot of people. There have been quite a quite a number of people who have been um, stopped by the cops, and the cops think they're drunk and whatnot, and they're not. Their blood sugar is high, and it's just coming off with a kind of fruity smell. Nausea and vomiting is a real big one. It's really no explanation for. I'm sure everybody knows what nausea and vomiting is. Ketoacidosis is when is the next one, and ketoacidosis is when proteins in your body spill over into your urine, which can make you extremely sick. It can cause a coma. It can cause death. Um, it can, and then the other two last symptoms of high blood sugar or coma and death. But normally that comes after ketoacidosis. And normally with high blood sugar, it takes a while for coma and death. Um, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. I will talk about in the next video about how to recognize ketoacidosis. I will talk about the sick days of a high blood sugar and the ketoacidosis to kind of explain that more.